Okay, so here's a chapter 3, section 7 problem. And it says to find the average of 1/9 and 1/2. All right, so I don't think they told us how to find an average, did they? You probably know how to do that, but let's just see what the help says. Just curious to know what they tell us. Oh, first thing in the help step. Compute an average, add the numbers, and then divide by the number of add-ins. Oh, wait a minute, add-ins. What's an add-in? Oh, well, okay, so when you have numbers you're adding, you call each of the numbers you're adding an add-in. Huh? Yeah, so in this example, 1/3 is an add-in and 3/10 is an add-in. And the answer is called a sum. All right, so you didn't need to know that, but it won't hurt you. So what are we going to do? We're going to add these two together and then divide by 2. We have two numbers, two add-ins, add them together, then divide by 2. Ready? All right, and so we want to add these two together. I want to add 1/9 plus, whoops, I want to add 1/9. I didn't have to do it up and down, but it seemed like the right thing to do. 1/9 and 1/2. All right, so what do you want to use for a common denominator? How about 18? Does that make sense to you? Can you think of another number? A smaller number? Oh, you say, I don't know. I didn't do anything. Well, okay, let's try it out and see. You ready? 3 times 3 and 2. Bring down these the greatest number of times they occur in any one factorization, and you get 18, which is what we said before. So how do you convert 9 to 18? Multiply times 2. How do you convert 2 to 18? Multiply times 9. You see what we've done now? We've now converted these to two equivalent fractions that are now like fractions. These were unlike fractions. And what are we going to do now? Add the numerators. Okay. So there's the first step. The first step was add. Okay, that was the first step. And then to find the average now, the second step is going to be to divide. And what do we divide by? 2. Why? Because we have two values here. So we're going to come down here and say this is going to be 11/18 divided by 2. Now don't let this confuse you, because fraction division. What do you mean fraction division? That's a fraction. Yeah. That's a whole number. Oh, I got you. That's a fraction. That's a whole number. So I'm gonna make one other little adjustment here. You see if this helps you. Oh, I just put a 1 under that 2, so now I can kind of begin to tell you I'm going to do my keep, change, flip stuff. I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to change the problem to a multiplication problem, and I'm going to flip that one. And what do I get here? 11/36. 11/36. So what do you think about that? Does that make any sense to you? So those two values added together, 1/9 and 1/2, the average is 11/36. Now, I want to show you something that I hope this doesn't rattle your brain. Wait a minute. Let's go see if 11/36 is the right answer before I venture off onto this next thing. Okay, so 11/36. Let's make sure we were right before we extend what we just did. Yeah, we had it right. Now, I didn't want to do that. I want to go here. So I hope this doesn't confuse you too much, but I simply want to take the two fractions that I had before. Okay, the two fractions we started with, which were 1/9, 1/9, and 1/2. Okay, so we start off with 1/9 and 1/2. Now, what if I did this? Okay. What did I just do? Well, I'm now gonna make these into like fractions, but I'm not going to use the lowest common multiple for my common denominator. I'm going to use something else. I'm going to use 36. And you say, why are you doing that? Well, I want to show you something. So this is going to be 4 over 36, and this is going to be 18 over 36. And that added together is going to be 22 over 36. Okay. Now, does knowing that the sum of these two is 22 over 36. And then if you thought about it, if you had to divide 22 over 36, if you had to divide 22 over 36 by 2, you would have 22 over 36 times 1/2, which would be 22 over 72, which would be 11 over 36, which is the average we had. Now, if this confused you, I was just trying to justify in my own mind why these two things that were so unlike looking wind up having an average of 11/36. So if I can convert them originally to something that's in the denominator of the average, so to speak, it might help me understand a little better why 11/36 is the answer. This, you didn't have to do this down here. You didn't have to do this. So if that confused you, I'm sorry, just forget it.